What's your name?
Stephanie.
Stephanie. Hi, I'm Frank. Nice to meet you.
So,
How's your day going?
so far so good.
How old are you?
38.
38.
That's an old lady.
I'm 38, so that means I'm old,
Well,
man?
I mean, you might not feel that, but I feel like I'm old. Sometimes
I feel like, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm old too.
Yeah, exactly.
But how you find yourself out here?
Man, I started getting high when I was like 13, 14, I'm lying, like 14, 15, and I started, my brother said come down the way to get it back because I was on Percocet. I was a dancer and escort for 15 years, and I came down to a bag of dope, and that was all she wrote. But, you know, out here for the young girls, it's really hard because 85% of women that were molested as a little girl either become a prostitute, a dancer, or something in the
Let me repeat that real quick because that music went by. She said 85% because this is extremely important.
85% of women that were molested as a little girl become either a prostitute, sex industry, dancer, something in that field because they lose who you are as a little girl when that happens to you. So that is a major and defining part for a little girl. For that to happen, she loses who she is.
I could only imagine. You know what I mean? I have 3 daughters. So, and I think from being in the penitentiary and being around some of the worst of the worst, I'm super protective of everything. You know what I mean? I've been, you know, and I'm super sorry that that you had to endure that and that had to happen in your life.
But you get so caught up in, especially when you're in that field, you get so caught up in the money and the lifestyle and the fantasy of it, and that's where all the drugs come in at. And then before you know it, you're wrapped up in it because you're making so you're making so much money, and it's, you know, it's a very bad way to go because, you know, it looks all glamorous, it looks fun, it looks, you know, you have a lot of money, you look nice, you do this, you do that, but at the end of the day, who wants to, can I be explicit, or?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, who wants to really suck a dick every day? You know what I mean? Like, that's not how a woman should live, to make her money, and that's just real. That's just being as real as you possibly can get. I mean, there's no more, it's cutting straight to the chase.
Yeah. And I think that,
unfortunately,
you being explicit is sometimes what some people need to hear, because there's plenty of young women out there watching this that think I'm just gonna go and flirt with the dealers. I'm just gonna go and, you know, that type of shit. I'm just gonna use my looks. I'm gonna wear a short dress and a tight shirt and be able to get what I want. And I'm gonna talk everything out of them, and that very rarely happens.
No, very rarely happens. You know? And at the end, it mainly at the end of you being an escort or however you were doing it for so many years, going in it seems fun, but coming out is more mental breakdown for you because you don't know the trauma that you endured the whole time you've been a prostitute and an escort and a dancer, because you've seen so much and heard so much and done things that you know you would have never done. It's like your morals went out the window, you know, for that time being, and it sucks because the drugs is really what blocks you from everything. I had a 1.5 years clean, and unfortunately I relapsed.
What made you relapse?
Man, like I said, I was away at this program. They had this program called The Well, and it's for prostitutes, and it's a non-profit organization out in Souderton, and I basically always, you know, bought love because I had that low self-esteem from being a prostitute and drugs. So I believe the next boyfriend, I came back, stress made me relapse. And I just got out of the hospital from shooting drugs in my leg and missed, and I had to go to surgery for it. You don't just get AIDS, you don't just get Hep C. You get all these other things that you don't know about that fucks with your body as soon as you start putting that needle in your arm, or your leg, or your neck, or wherever you put it at. It's fucked up. But I just wanted to come on because I've seen you do it a lot out here, and I wanted to come on to say that it might look good on the outside, all that money and all that you got, but at the end of the day, it's not. But you're gonna come out a broke woman, even more broke before you went in.
Yeah, I agree, and hearing your story is all too familiar. You know what I'm saying? It's all too familiar. Is that how you still support your habit?
I do. I mean, not as much, because I feel like I'm even degrading myself even more, because I'm used to getting a certain amount because I was, you know, doing it through the computer. So now that I'm doing it here, it makes me feel even more dirtier, and it makes me feel even more like,
I see what you're
when you relapse, someone told me, when you relapse after being clean for a certain amount of time, your guilt is so much more stronger than it was even if before you even relapsed, and it could not be more true. And I'm kicking myself in the ass, because again, I believe somebody that I shouldn't have because of love, and look where it got me. You know what I mean? Back out here. But you know, I've had a year and a half clean before, and I just relapsed in July, and it's never too late, you know, to go back. And you know, starting Monday, I'm gonna go get my ass back on methadone and just keep pushing. That's all I can do.
Dope. I like to hear that. And what would you like people to know about you? Somebody that sees this video, or somebody that walks past and sees you, what would you like them to know about you?
That you may see me one way just by walking by and looking at me, but you really don't know who I am. I'm a good person. I'm a nice person. I'm very smart ass, but I'll give you the shirt off my back.
Yeah.
And I just wanted, you know, especially for young girls to know, is just be fucking careful. Just be careful, because you just don't know. I could be here today and gone tomorrow because I got into that wrong person's car, or I went to that wrong person's house, or anything. But it's serious. So.
What did you like to do before getting high? You have like hobbies and stuff like that?
I do like DIY, like arts and crafts, like house stuff.
Yeah.
I like that, and just art, all craft shit. All craft shit. I mean, you know, I'm not a Betty Crocker or Martha Stewart or anybody like that, but Chef
But that type of, listen, I'm real artistic, so I like that stuff also. I like to paint, I like to draw, I like artwork, you know what I mean?
I like baking. I like baking. So so no. You know, I'm gonna do it. I just gotta push through.
Absolutely. And you can do it because you've done it before.
I did.
You know, like I was telling the gentleman before, those of us that have been in recovery, don't matter how long it's been, we know we've done it once. So we're not like those that have the excuse they've never been in recovery to be like, I can't do it, that shit is impossible. No, we did it, so we can do it again.
Absolutely,
you know
and I'm going to. We
can do it again, absolutely.
I'm definitely going to.
I hope next time I come down here, I don't see you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
or if I do see you, I hope I see you
in better circumstances.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And you could be doing the interviews with me.
Yeah. Like I said, I feel good that I do it. One thing though, I know anybody that was on drugs or anybody do it. If you want to help people and go in and like a drug and alcohol tech, only you need 2 years clean or 18 months clean to go and work in a recovery house. So that's all I wanted to know.
I thank you for your time.
No, thank you.
Hopefully something you say resonates with somebody.
I hope so. That's the only reason why I did it. I hope one word or one sentence or one thing that a young girl could hear, maybe like, you know what?
I'm sure it will.
Let me take a step back and think about before I go onto the stage or before I go into the stranger's house and do something that I'm going to regret later. I'm sure it will. Yeah. And I thank you. I'll keep you in prayer. Yeah, please. I need all the prayers I can take right now. I hope things get better for you. Thank you. All right. Oh, thank you. You're welcome.